Janet.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored to be here. You say one poem. I'm going to read from you one of the last poems in the most recently released issue of Down in the Dirt magazine, which is called Drowning in the Darkness. I like my skull, my x-ray of a skull on the cover of it for this month. Why not? Anywho, this poem is called Exploited Color in Books. It was actually written, I'm going to see if I can borrow glasses because the tiny type at the bottom here. It was written on the day, August 14th, for the date where the first book was ever printed in color in 1457.
Wow.
So this is about that. This is written because of that one day. It's called Exploited Color in Books. We think that we in the modern world have a monopoly over sensory exploitation, since our 20-second attention spans look at screens and magazines in full color. But we should make clear that everything here has existed long ago this way, even if it was merely on a printed page. But still, people exploited color in books a half a millennia ago. Those of us who love holding books in our hands may be the same people who like newspapers over actually tablets. Those cumbersome pages, they still have that glorious feel as we hold and turn these pages in our hands. And as we welcome better inks on pages now, and that leave that are less inclined to rub ink into our hands, we will also be graced with color in pictures, in ads, in headers, and occasionally in type. And it's type in books what first caught the eye of book designers when, in 1457, the first colored book was even printed. A book with the Book of Psalms was commissioned by the Archbishop of Mainz, and it had bold initials and letters emblazoned in blues and reds. And yes, this was the first time that different sizes of types were also used. The book was also used on printed on vellum, fine parchment paper, get a load of this, made from the skin of a calf. It makes me think of the cream pages that we love to read when we're reading poetry, books, and literary magazines with the modern convenience of not killing animals, printed on both black ink and occasionally on color type. Because, yes, the convenience of bold colors and 3x4 screens that you can have at your fingertips is splendid with memory cards to view miniature videos or photography or just the right type. But holding a book in your hand with just the right amount of color, that is what can really pull you into not only the story, but also into finding something you'll want to look at for more than 20 seconds, because you'll want to keep that on your library shelf.
Wow.
Exploiting color in books. Exploiting color in books. So there's your book.
And what year was that?
1457. It's such tiny type.
1457.
That's the first time color.
4 years after Constantinople was invaded by the Ottomans. Yes.
Hit home for me because I have been in the Henry Ransom Center, the curator of ancient books and manuscripts. So that's really hit home.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
That's really cool to hear.
Okay.